Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hello and welcome to Nepal News. Today in our studios we have with us a veteran tourism professional who's been many years at the forefront of tourism. He's been through most of the challenges that the destination has faced. So let me introduce you to Mr. Bijay Amatya, CEO of Kora Tours. Bijay sir,
Hello.
welcome to Nepal News.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So sir, at the moment people are talking about a tourism revival. How is the revival taking place in Nepal? I mean, is it really picking up the tourism, things like that?
Well, tourism has picked up. It has gathered momentum and it's not going to slow down. So our recovery is and will be led by expeditions, followed by trekking, and then adventure-based leisure, and at the end, leisure and safari. This is where people are still already coming, but will definitely be led by trekking and expedition. Adventure-based tourism is going to be, and then after we'll have pilgrims, which is coming in a large numbers right now, especially from India and other parts of the world.
So actually, the mountaineering climbing season is actually it's at its peak now.
Yeah.
So I mean, what kind of traffic have we seen? Is the expectations being fulfilled?
Well, expedition is already there. We have seen almost 800 plus people have already come. Trekking has also picked up. Pilgrimage has picked up actually very tremendously. If you go to Muktinath, it's full of them. Or even the Janakpur is getting a lot of people. In the southern part of Nepal also, there are a lot of, wherever we have a temple, a lot of people that are coming in. even the incentive is coming, We have a charter flight coming in from, AMK, which was Boeing 757. So even the high-end clients are coming and already started coming in. We are even having almost 200 packs coming in June. So numbers are increasing slowly, and if the momentum will remain, we might be ending up this year, if things will remain the same, almost 500,000 tourists.
Okay, that's excellent. And so we are talking about the Indian season, which is exactly now. What else do you think we should be doing to get in the Indian tourists? Because it's easiest for them to travel. They don't need a visa. They feel more safe because culturally and everything else we're almost the same. But are we doing enough to bring in the Indian tourist?
Well, there's a lot of room for improvement for the marketing, which we have a little bit slowed down. We should have done it. Still, it's not too late. A lot of Indians are coming in. Flights, we should have a little bit more flights so that the fare will go a little bit, slow, which should come down. For the Indians now, we need to attract them definitely for casino, for pilgrims, those who are coming in, and adventure. Still, a lot of people, a lot of Indians, especially younger generation who has money and time, they like to go to Everest or go to Annapurna base camp, So we need to give, they will be coming for bungee jump, ultralight flight, hang gliding, or paragliding, even the skydiving. So there's a lot of room for us, but we need to go and reach them. We need to convey, because in tourism, there are two very important things. Number one is visibility. Visibility is the key in tourism. And secondly, communication is the lifeline. So once we have put these two together, we should be getting some more clientele coming in, because we need to be visible to them all the time and communicate with them what we have, what we can offer to them according to their needs, according to their wants, their wishes, and that's what we have. That's what we need to do it. So that's where we are a little bit slacked, and that's where I see, like tourism board, our Nepal tourism board, should be more active.
If you had to point out one or two things that perhaps we should be doing as a lesson we should learn and now start doing, what would those be in terms of marketing in India?
Well, for the marketing, I would say if the budget is the constraint, they should do more of digital marketing. That's where you should put. using all the social medias, even the TikTok. But when we do the TikTok, we need to be careful and make sure that we have a contained, we have a story behind this, because this story is going to carry a lot of people and bring a lot of people.
Also, looking at Nepal as a destination, where would you put Nepal in terms of other competing destinations as we all recover from COVID?
Well, Nepal in itself is a brand. Everyone in the world knows Nepal definitely has a mountain. And that's our prime product, which other countries they don't have. So we focus on that one, which is our prime product. But we should be able also to tell the world that we have more than a mountain. It's not only the mountain. We have rich cultural heritage, we have very smiling people, we have natural beauty, and we have good places to stay according to their pocket. That message we need to put across. Let the people know, yes, these are things which you have, compared to many other countries, where they cannot have all these kind of things. There is no place, to my knowledge, where within a distance of 150 kilometers, you go from 75 meters and reach up to 8,000, to the top of the world. There are not many places in the world.
True. So also, post-COVID, what kind of trends have changed? What are the changing trends that you've seen in terms of tourism? Tourists who want to come to Nepal, you work with a lot of tour operators.
Well,
what is happening there?
The prime concern of the tourists right now is the safety, both physical as well as health. So we should be able to put across, we are following all the protocols. They are very safe in Nepal. Secondly, people now doing all nature-based tours. They want to be more in nature and looking for smaller properties, not the large or not the big ones in the cities. They like to go. And very interestingly, people are coming for a longer stay. They want to stay more time in Nepal. Even like we had a client who is staying now almost for a month. No. The group is staying for a month, going all over Nepal. They're looking for wellness. They're looking for meditation. They're looking for yoga, And very interestingly, even the high-end clients are coming now, looking for all the luxurious properties, recently. And luckily, we have now few luxurious properties in the country, and there will more will be coming.
So that's something new for us. We're getting a little more luxury tourist.
Yes, because we have now luxurious property. We have like Sintamani will be coming, from October. We have Meghaleshwarai in Chitwan. We have Pavilion, in Pokhara, or even the Sarankot Mountain Lodge, Annapurna View hotels. We have in Kathmandu now. We have terraces. In Nagarkot they are coming up. In Bhaktapur they are coming with all the luxuries. It's not huge numbers. They have rooms maybe within 30 to 40, and that's what we need for the luxurious client. But we have these kind of things coming in.
Also, sir, looking at the number of hotels that were coming pre-pandemic and right now, do you think we have an oversupply of rooms, which is where the rates start having a problem because everyone starts cutting the rates?
Well, yes and no, both. Yes, because we have more supply of rooms. No, because we have not been able to market it well. If we market it well, means 1 million tourists is just nothing. A small, like Hong Kong receives 22 million tourists. You should look at Singapore, almost receiving 22 million, which is more or less like Kathmandu Valley. So if marketed well, we need, more. But here definitely, one thing I would definitely like to mention, that we should have planned tourism. Do the research and find out how many tourists will be having in 10 years' time or 5 years' time. And accordingly, we say, okay, this many rooms we will be needing, and what category room we will be needing, and that's what we should go for.
So we need to be in a more planned way,
yes,
a
more
master plan
yes.
perhaps. Also looking at the industry, whether travel, hotels, etc., do you think post-COVID we've learned our lessons and started to work together perhaps to make these kind of master plans to work together better?
Well, we're trying. We're trying to learn. We have not learned yet, but we're trying to learn.
Also, sir, recently we inaugurated the second international airport. in Bhairava. What is the significance, and has there been any inquiries? Are people really interested? What is the potential for that?
Well, if it planned well, definitely in that region, we'll have more tourists. Even the Nepal will have some more tourists. To my knowledge, there are 5 or 6 airlines that are still willing to fly in. Government has recently come out and they passed that they'll be giving all the discounts, even the 100%. The government giving the discount. So that kind of benefit should help. And Lumbini, besides Kathmandu, Lumbini is going to have a very good future, grand future. A lot of people coming. Now we have conference halls as well. So if you could utilize all these people, we can get Buddhists as well as other kind of tourists coming in there. Good for the country,
Also, sir, the government now has come with this new policy of a 2-day weekend. Most tourism entrepreneurs seem to be excited about it, especially hoteliers. What's your take on that?
Well, it should help. It should help. I won't say 100%, but it should help. It will definitely help. It will help.
Any other issues, sir, that you'd like to talk about or bring in
No,
front of our
we
viewers?
see what we need in our tourism. If we want our tourism to grow in a faster rate, we need 4 or 5 things in place. Number one, we must have very sound tourism policy. We need to have improved infrastructure. We need to have effective marketing. We need to have human capital, development human capital. And then we have a concrete policy, clear cut, where we want to go. The roadmap should be clear. If we come out with this, it will help. And one more thing which we need is the collaboration among all the stakeholders. We need to have one voice. We cannot have 10 different voices because going to 10 different ways. So once we know this class of tourists we want, and this is how we're going to reach there, and then how we're going to reach to the market to bring them in. That is the most important thing.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insights, and all the best. We hope that the tourism industry is revived as soon as possible for Nepal.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you very much.